What's your name?
Susan Holly Lowe.
Susan, can you tell me what steps a victim needs to take when she is preparing to leave a domestic violence situation?
Joanne, yes, I can tell you some of the steps that should be taken, and every case may be different, but I think one of the words that you used is really important, preparing to leave. I think that's the critical part of that moment when someone is ready to leave is the preparation. One of the first things that I think a victim should do is to let someone else know that that is going to happen, so that they're aware. The other thing I think is being really cognizant of whatever their safety plan is. And the preparation really should happen. Sometimes it can happen years in advance, or sometimes it can be several days or weeks. But there's some things that you can do to prepare. One of those things is maybe, if you're able to stash a little bit of money away and let a friend or a family member keep it for you. Maybe have a bag packed that's got the essential things that you may need, and have, again, a friend or a family member keep those things. And in that, a change of clothing, your very important papers, documentation, your driver's license, your social security card. If you need a passport, to have that, or any type of immigration papers maybe that authorize you to be in the United States. If children are going to be going along, to make sure maybe their immunization records are included with that you have a copy of those things. An extra set of keys to a car. Any prescriptions that you might have, for medication, those types of things would be really important, just to be able to at least have copies of those prepared and in safekeeping. I think another thing that you want to do when you're preparing is to make sure that you have really thought out where you're going to go. Who are the people that are going to be able to offer you support? Is that going to be a shelter? Are you going to need to get to a family member or friend's house? And if so, how long? And to begin thinking about next steps. I think you're always having to think about what the next step is. If you're able to have gone and gotten a protective order at some point in time, to make sure you have a copy of that protective order with you, to use that should you decide that you're going to leave. The other, it's a huge decision for victims, and I've certainly known victims that have had to leave children behind. Make those determinations too. And be prepared for the emotional issues that if you have to leave a child behind in order to protect yourself, how you're going to feel about that. And make those types of determinations early on. Oftentimes, though, particularly women don't have time to prepare. And that can be the most dangerous time, I think. I think if you have an opportunity to make all the preparations that you need, you're going to be much safer. It's when you have to just get up and go sometimes that it can be the scariest.